A fine spring day for the Saturday morning mail weighing. This year the Grammar School Band provides the musical accompaniment. This year's incoming mayor is Councillor Valerie Razzaq. As she undergoes the annual scrutiny, the crowd prepares its songs of praise or shouts of derision. One of today's guests is actor Robbie Coltrane. He is researching material for one of his programmes on the strange customs of the land. When the programme went on air, the allocated screen time was somewhat brief. Dogs are excused. Work on the Eden project proceeds apace. Commercial pressure seems to mean that there will be no delay to opening day. Difficult to make yourself understood if you don't speak Polish. Various ancient bits of Oxford Street yield to the yellow peril. Jollities at the parish church had the advantage of fine weather shining upon the righteous. A lesson in how to fit the maximum number of stalls in the minimum of space. See you next year. Most fetes this year had the benefit of fine weather. Speen fete was no exception, with fun for young and old alike. The inner man was well catered for. Here the inner man and woman were catered for. Tastes better outdoors. You can drop crumbs on the grass as well. At least government allows the stuff to be sold at the village fete. So far. I wondered when lunch was coming, dear. At this age, no one thinks it sissy to dance with the opposite sex. Blackwell Heath went one better with a street parade and the Egham Band. This jollification is called the Cherry Fair. If you don't watch TV, you're lost. Hopefully, this video record will become part of the village archive. I really can't see what all the fuss is about. Good organiser ensures a successful day. Music from a mechanical age. Batteries not required. Just elbow grease. Floods came to Marlow, but no disasters. Lovely weather for ducks, and as usual at Marlow, plenty of swans. The two brewers were ready, but spared the torrents. Some way to go yet. Hidden away in distant lands at Holmer Green sports grounds, steam trains are running. 4 times a year, High Wycombe Model Engineering Club run open days for the delight of young and old alike. At the Environment Centre on the Rye, an exhibition to commemorate the life and times of Christopher Wallace, engineer extraordinary. Chris Wallace takes his engineering skills from the famous bouncing bomb family that wreaked such havoc on the German dams in World War II. In retirement, Chris Wallace was involved with several restoration projects, one of which was Pann Mill, just across the Rye. Later, Lacey Green Windmill took up 2 years of voluntary weekend working. The restored mill was opened to the public in 1983 by actor Sir Bernard Miles. At Marlow Bottom Fete, an unusual sight was a display of royal carriages. Prices to be negotiated. Every dog has its day, strictly no fighting or snogging, just time for lunch. Maybe one of those omnipresent burgers, perhaps. The popularity of the burger must be partly due to the fact that men can cook them. Plenty of enthusiasm for the children's races, but the finish seems rather complicated. Bucks University College loses its front block, affording some unusual views. St Birinus at Booker had a fine day for their fate, but it didn't seem to help the escapologist to a speedy release. Once again, the ubiquitous burger makes its presence felt. In this case, majority patronage from all available supporters ensures its success. Sunday morning football on the Rye remains as popular as ever. All ages take part, but not everyone wants to be in goal. able support by the waiting chauffeurs. The Rye has always been the centre of activity for the town, long may it remain so. Scenes of modern progress 80 years ago. When these happy scenes were filmed, the future of the country and many others were about to be severely disrupted by a certain German dictator. These children would miss any involvement in World War II, not so lucky many of their fathers, never to survive the next few years. For many years, Uncle Tom was the custodian of the Rye Swings. When the time came for him to retire, popular opinion kept him on. When he did eventually go, the swings were no longer locked up at night. "80 years later, some things never change. Christmas comes but once a year, our best remembered family time. Behold, festive burgers, perhaps left over from the year's fates."